I'm going to keep talking about this man until he either plays for the Detroit Lions or someone else. We're talking about USFL Michigan Panther kicker Jake Bates. Now, I say USFL because they still go by the USFL Panthers. On Twitter, they are part of the USFL conference in the UFL, the merger between the XFL and the USFL, which is quite entertaining. By the way, give it a watch, especially if you need a football fix with the championship being in a few weeks. Now, the Michigan Panthers are going to be in the playoffs. So the quest for the Detroit Lions to sign kicker Jake Bates is going to have to wait at least a week longer. Now, I wanted to show you this. You see it on the thumbnail. You see it on the banner. Jake Bates, man, he did miss a field goal last game. It was 53 yards. It happens. We don't expect this guy to make every field goal. But what I'm about to show you, this guy is going to he's going to be somebody's starting kicker this coming season. And I hope that it's for the Detroit Lions. Now, Brad Holmes has not gotten my pass rusher, right? But we got to move on. And so I'm going to talk about it, but we're going to move on. And Brad, I'm not asking a lot, bro, but I need you to get Jake Bates. It's funny how he kind of reminds you of Michael Badgley as well. But check this out, man. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is Jake Bates, and the Michigan Panthers know that they know what they have. And what I love about the UFL is this league is to showcase talent. Believe it or not, let me cut back real quick. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are several former Detroit Lions, several guys who have played in the NFL on the Detroit Lions in particular, that are part of the UFL. Mark Thompson, a running back for, I can't remember one of the teams. He used to play on the Detroit Lions. Luis Perez, I believe he was a Detroit Lion for a little bit. The guy from last year, Adrian Martinez. There are at least, I would have to say at least 15 to 20 people. And as a matter of fact, Taco Charlton, who didn't play for the Detroit Lions, but he is in the UFL at this point. And a lot of these guys, matter of fact, we have a few on our team. Maurice Alexander was a XFL standout. And there's going to be some teams that are going to be trying to get Jake Bates. But let me show you this. This is Jake Bates in practice. Okay. We talking about practice. At practice, outside. All right. And you can't see this. Jake Bates, 70 yards. Now, of course, this is practice, but what's impressive about this is if you listen to the video, we're going to play it. And if you listen very closely, well, you shouldn't have to listen closely. You can hear the wind. So it's not like you can see the overcast. There's some wind. And I was out here today and the wind was shutting the door, right? But check this out. Check out Jake Bates and his 70-yard field goal. It looked like the 66-yarder that Justin Tucker was to put in. So if you're kicking from 70 yards, you've got the 10 in the end zone. You can see right now they are at the other 40. That's where they are. From the 50 to the goal post is 60 yards. They are sitting on the opposition's 40-yard line. And this dude is able to nail it through with the wind. You can hear the wind blowing as well. Unreal. Now, of course, Jake is not going to be perfect in the National Football League. And at first I was thinking, man, what if he comes to the league and just flames out? It's just too much pressure. He's got 70,000, 64,000, all the pressure on him, especially his history, not having kicked a game winner since since high school. So I was like, will he be able to handle it? And I think yes. I think 100%. And I hope that Brad Holmes is like, we got to get this guy. I hope he's talking to Dan. He's talking to his scouting department. I wouldn't be surprised if in the crowd, maybe even off the clock, at Ford Field this past, because the Michigan Panthers played their last home game, that they had a Lion, somebody a scout, probably off the clock, man. Or Brad was like, look, we'll pay you a little bit overtime. Go ahead, check out Jake Bates. Do some research, some reconnaissance on him. But I know I've never made this big a deal about a kicker. And Michael Badgley is solid. But you know what, man? I'm ready for more than solid. I really am. I'm ready for reliability. I'm ready for that Jason Hanson, who kicked for the Detroit Lions for 20 years, 20 seasons. He kicked for the Detroit Lions, and he was money all the time. So I'm not saying that Jake Bates is going to be the next Jason Hanson, but if you think about it, we have not been stable at kicker since Matt Prater left. That is a big kind of knock on our kicking position. We've been through a plethora. Don't forget, at the beginning of 2022, we didn't have a kicker. For 4 weeks, we went through like 7 kickers, man. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This Jake Bates thing, man, it's not getting old. The season he's going to wind up playing, I think the first playoff game is on the 8th of June. And if they make it to the championship game, I'm assuming that's the very next week. So the earliest that the Detroit Lions probably could contact Jake would be heading into the month of July, which we know is we're gearing up for training camp. So Jake Bates would have an entire training camp to get his feet wet. And you're just coming from the USFL. Now, there's obviously, I'm going to go back to the kick because I forgot to say something. Obviously, this is a tough kick because you can't really see it, but to get that type of distance on a kick, the trajectory is going to be pretty low. And you've got people jumping over piles and things like that, but it could just be me. But it looks like it might have cleared the line of scrimmage. Like if people are jumping up, it might have cleared it. But these are, I don't know, man, but we shall see. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you over the Jake Bates hype, or do you still believe what this kid is kicking? I 100% do. And I just really do hope. I mean, it makes perfect sense for him to stay in Ford Field. So I hope that Brad at least gives it his best shot. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other, because this channel is made possible by viewers, members, and subscribers just like you. And as always, go Lions.